You're in tune to the Powerhouse Radio, linking the world to the Caribbean. Disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed on the Powerhouse radio station are those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its management, or other hosts or advertisers. The show, found on the Powerhouse radio station, can promote any lifestyle, belief, religion, political affiliation, or other personal practice. These shows are for entertainment purposes only and are not intended to treat, diagnose, and or claim any cure of disease or conditions. Opinions stated by various contributors to the Powerhouse Radio and its programming are not to be considered as endorsed by the Powerhouse Radio station. Visitors are urged to use their own discernment to draw their own conclusion. We emphasize the importance of keeping an open mind.
Greetings. And I hope everyone is fantabulously fabuloso. Well, it's another evening of Reasons Thursday. I'm really kind of tired. I guess y'all can tell. But anyway, we're gonna have a fantabulous evening with all of these topics. It's yours truly, Lady D. You have the Respecter, you have Queen. Jai is definitely going to be MIA today. Jai is MIA today. All righty. So, but Noni and MC should be joining us. And when they come on, it's always fire. But hey, the three elders are in the house. How about that?
Yeah.
The three elders. Man, we want to say happy birthday to each and everyone. Anyone who is celebrating a birthday, happy birthday to you. If you're celebrating an anniversary, happy anniversary. If you've had a birth of a child, welcome in the world, little one. If you've lost a loved one, we just were sending our hugs and our prayers of comfort go out to you and your family. Want to say as we starting out the show, definitely I have to big up my grandbaby. It's her birthday tomorrow. 7 years old. Today is my cousin, RIP. Blessings to you, cuz sleep in peace. My sister Queen birthday is Saturday. So happy birthday, Queen. Go happy birthday, Queen. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, y'all, my friend. One more year.
Yeah, I'm partying already. Gone.
Okay. And my mom's birthday is gonna be on the Monday. So the Libra season and the October season have just kicked off. It's in full gear. I don't know if anyone in the Respecter family is in the month of October as well, but we're gonna be saying
That's the best month of the year.
Alayat. So I like that. Okay, the Libras. Oh my God,
we come out in droves, girl.
Yeah, it's in droves. It's in droves. Just want to say big shouts as well to the Victorious 89.1 FM Massive and Crew. Thanks for definitely carrying us. You Choose Radio. Big shouts to you. DJ VJ Smile, Ross Dougal, and the entire crew. Congratulations once again on your 5th year anniversary. Big shouts. I heard that it was off the chain on Saturday. As he Smile posted, yeah, it was good. So big shouts to you all. I'm so proud of you all over there. It's a great thing when we're doing what we love to do. As myself, I've been doing radio some 20 plus years, and I'm telling you, it's just something that I love to do. It's my pastime. So I just want to thank each and everyone that's been supporting me over all of these years as well. The Powerhouse Radio, and for all the outlets that I've been on. And we just want to say, I just want to say thank you. Alrighty, so big shouts, big shouts. Queen, you want to say
Yay.
big shouts?
Hey everyone, how doing? How doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome again for another version of Reasoning Thursday. I am really happy that you guys can join us, and we look forward to having you each and every Thursday night. So we have some good topics, and I hope that we can bring something that you might learn or might entertain you. Thank you, everyone.
All right, all right. The respecter, where you there? The respecter went MIA for a little
I
minute.
know.
The respecter.
I tried to turn on that mic.
All right, there you go.
Hmm.
There you go.
I'm not there. I can't see myself.
I can't see you either.
That's what I was thinking too.
First, I was,
I said,
and
mhm.
you were looking like Mr. Superstar in us. So
Live, yeah, live.
where the superstar is at? Where
You
is
know, you turn off my mic, I'm gonna try to turn it back on. I hit the wrong button.
all you? So just turn back your camera. In the meantime, MC, what's a guan MC? I had to because I was getting the feedback. The respecter. MC, what's up? What's up? What's up?
Good night, good night.
Good.
Man.
Good night, everyone. I'm happy to be here.
All
We're ready to
right.
get into this when it's time.
We have some top. We have some reasoning topics here that was submitted, and we have a lot of reasoning topics that you all submitted as well. The panel submitted, and myself. So we're just gonna dive on in it. The respecter.
I work on it.
Yeah. All right. Okay, the respecter is working on his end over there because y'all have to see the respecter super fly. Super
Man, I'm telling you.
respecter, Mr. A
Look,
big man, a big man.
looking
What?
like looking like Andre knows this.
Why you say,
You
man?
remind
Oh,
me, you remind me of the
man.
70s, the men in the 70s. You know what I mean?
Man thing him having felt hat on him three-piece suit and thing.
What? I missed that.
Hey,
Yeah, can you imagine?
He's fixing. He's fixing his camera. So big shouts to you. Big shouts to you, Dan. Blessings. Dan says bless. So blessings to you, my brother. Bless.
Hi, Don.
Mhm.
Man, I'm telling you, we're gonna dive in there. There's so much going on. Well, the government is in a shutdown, right? Yeah, they said it's in a
Yeah. Oh
shutdown. But
boy.
then there was something about they had four Democrats that crossed over and voted for some bill that the Republicans were GOPs them were hoping to get through.
That's
So
true.
we may touch that a little bit and the impact and what it may happen with the government being shut down. Who and who may be affected and who is not. How long it may last, we don't know. Okay. So we're gonna touch a little bit of that. The children. Children is big tonight. Children is big tonight. And
Mhm.
I don't know what's going on with this suicide. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, we're definitely gonna touch that as well. Ladies, what do you all have for us? We're gonna talk
Ah,
about the being brain. You know, this is a topic that is near and dear to me, and being diagnosed as being brain dead. We're gonna touch that a little bit, all right, and the implications of it, and all of that. So we definitely gonna just talk just a little synopsis, a little bit into it. Um,
the little young boy that's missing in Jamaica's been missing.
okay, so we going over
This,
to Jamaica today.
yeah. Hmm.
Okay. What else? What you have for us, Michelle?
Oh, yeah, I just was just an update on last week with the young child that was shot in Queens, the 13-year-old. The murder suspect he turned himself in. He's 16 years old.
Okay, so we're gonna touch that. The respecter, what you have for us?
Bad mind people.
Bad mind people, Lord.
Bad mind people.
Bad mind people. The respect I have for us. If you're bad mind, I might as well just forget it for tonight. Forget it for tonight. If you are bad mind, okay. All right. So let's.
Bad minded people.
There's a
Better
couple of things
fade
going
away.
on lately. Even the what's coming up now with the two priorities where they increase the price for you to get a visa. That's important too, because they increased the price on that, and it's not no little increase. It's like 200 and change increase. So before it was like two something, now it's 400 and change
Okay.
for child visa, education visa and work visa.
Okay. All right.
So we can touch on that, the changes that's going on with that, because some people just can't afford to do, especially the people that don't have it like that.
Okay.
That's a big increase. So we can maybe touch on that a little bit. Um,
Okay. All righty. Sounds good. Michelle, what is this about the Black Boss brand? I see that you the respect. I'm gonna just touch you up a little bit. The Don mine it says plane crashing into each other on the runway at LaGuardia Airport.
yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I saw
Uh,
that.
uh, well,
Yeah.
you you know what? That also I wonder if that has something to do with the shutdown. Because
Oh.
the government shut down pilots, air traffic control, all of these people
Mhm.
not being paid. So I mean, like, is these purpose things that I would hate to think that
Mhm.
someone would do that purposely to get the attention of the government. You know, it's a sad thing. It's a sad thing of what's going on right now. So I guess we need to dive first right into the government. Y'all want to dive
We
into that
we could, yeah, it's very important. So
and
It
the
I
is.
guess we could knock it out.
yeah, because the children, we have a couple of things on the children show
Yeah.
MC.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think we need to start right over there and then we go on to the children. And if you all have a topic that you would like for us to reason on, then just, put it into the chat or call in. Just give us a linkage at we still have our temporary line that we're working with here, and it is 706
Mhm.
707 8952 is the number. All right. So
Oh, lady, I don't know. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you, but I don't know if you want to touch this week, or we could put it off for next week. I have an individual that I know. We thought Jim Jones was over with, but it's still going on. Um, she hasn't been able to see her mom for maybe about 3 years now, and because of the church, and the church stop the family from seeing her. The individual have, if we can go into it. I just wanted to bring it to your attention if you want to talk about that. And it's the same thing, cult. We talked about it before, but it's coming up again, and it's coming up innocently. It's not like you hear about this on TV. This is happening to people, normal people. And I wanted to bring that, because it's really someone I'm very dear to me, and this is happening to her, and her mom passed, and they didn't even tell her that she was sick, and she have two sisters in this ministry, and they all kept them majority of it because she have maybe about 8 siblings, and only those two are allowed to see with the mom because they follow everything the preacher says, and they listen to him. Right now, he's determined who is coming to the funeral and who is not. You know, these things are still going on, and
Wait,
it is still
wait,
brainwashed.
let's say,
And
are you saying that the mother was in the church?
yes, all of them, including this individual, but this individual left the church along with brother and maybe two other sisters. They left the church. So because they left the church banned them from seeing the mom. They saw her 3 years ago because she was admitted to a, rehabilitation place, and they were able to sneak in. But when the church found out that they snuck in there, they stopped they put out restriction for no one.
Oh,
Um,
so this
uh,
is
uh,
this is
uh,
somewhat. So that you're saying this is somewhat of a cult thing that.
it has, yes, because she said
Okay,
it changed. She said it never started out that way, but it's like she said it's like it's turned into a cult.
okay,
She
we can
said,
talk about that. We can talk about that.
yeah,
That's. I don't even know if we want to talk about that because that brings you back to, you know, that's maybe something for next week, even with the religion.
that's what I'm
And-
saying, because we even
yeah,
look what happened in Jamaica. Look what happened to Jim Jones. Look at all. It's something that's going on. So,
yeah, it's church. But listen,
mhm,
Donna,
mhm.
Donna does blessings. No need the juice. How you doing?
Yeah, she here.
Good night.
Listen, I don't.
Night.
Good night, everybody. So glad to be here. I had some tech issues, but I'm happy to be here with everyone.
I don't know what's going on with Noni and the respecter tonight. When I know the Noni,
Oh,
Noni,
look at Respecter is back. Look at him now,
wait a minute,
I
Michelle.
know.
wait a
I
minute.
was looking. I was like, oh, what you said that for Donna?
Wait, Noni is blinging in the back.
I'm
And
telling you.
Donna says, respect to you look Chris.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Uh-oh.
Respecter.
Hey,
Wait,
I, I
I'm
guess
gone.
I guess he's celebrating my birthday with me,
the
because
respect,
we celebrating all week, right? The Respecter.
the respect to even have a background, New York high skyscrapers and all of this.
Okay.
Wait a minute. A minute, God, yeah. Wait a minute. Listen, I gotta get a back. I already have
And
my
then
back.
sir, him hot not just straight, him have it on a suave sides. All right, man. Selfless.
The
Hey,
respect.
Lady D,
Wow.
my next one gonna be a big giant Jamaican flag behind me.
Woo!
All right.
Yeah,
Woo, nice.
I'm gonna be representing Lady D.
Oh my gosh, y'all
But I
represented.
love the shimmering.
But
I
wait,
love
I
that
Thank
know
shimmering
you.
publicity.
telling you. She blinging all over the place. The respecter. Wait a minute. I thought I saw the respecter coming in with his stripe and his felt hat and them something.
Hello.
Wait a minute. I thought I just saw
Hello.
you put on some darkers. The respect. I thought I saw you had on some darkers.
Hey, that would have finished the look, you know.
I
You know, something make I love
love
dark as
that.
in the nighttime.
Why? Rah, 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 rah.
Y'all are so
He did have
funny.
the darkers on. He did have darkers on.
Sometimes we gotta have a good time. We can't always be serious. Sometimes we have to have a good time in the studio. Sometimes we have to have a good time in the studio. Man, I'm telling you, you big things are going to respecter. I know need the juice. Michelle hiding today. Michelle not showing her face tonight. So I don't I guess Okay, so no background tonight. Well, that's all
But
right.
look, I have two photos of my face today.
All right, all right. Nonetheless, all right, let's dive in it. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's get into some serious topic. Noni, I know that we had a topic of yours that because last week you were a little you had some other engagements. So we didn't get to touch one of your topics that you were interested in, and we said we was gonna hold off on it, but I don't have my notes with me. So
Mm-hmm.
if you remember what it is, please just enlighten bring it up during our reasoning, okay?
Okay, I'll let you know.
All righty.
Okay.
We gonna dive into the shutdown. We're gonna talk about the shutdown, and we're not gonna elaborate too long on this shutdown because I don't know what's going on with these people in these high places, you know. But yeah, the government is shut down, right? Right. So people,
Yes.
Yeah.
Don Minot just enlightened us that there was two planes that crashed into each other on the runway at LaGuardia Airport. And I
I
was
know they missed each other. I didn't know they crashed.
Yeah,
They
they
just
did. I
barely
think
missed
one was
each other.
damaged
Yeah.
on the plane.
what you said, Michelle, because you
I,
up there.
I think one of they said the wings. One of the wings was
Yeah.
damaged on the plane.
Mhm.
Okay, okay. One of the
Yeah.
wings are damaged. But you know what? There have been a lot of plane crashes going on lately.
Yeah.
Or near misses and stuff like that. Because I guess it would be unfair if I was just to say that because of the government shutdown and
Mm.
some of the air traffic controllers and the TSAs and all of those people are definitely affected by the shutdown, right?
Yeah. Hmm.
I don't want to blame and say because they're not being paid that they're
Um,
frustrated and they're just letting whatever happens to get the attention of the government to let them know people tired. But I don't want to look at it like that. I don't want to look
but it could be true. What you're thinking or the way you're looking at it, it could be true. I mean, because really, everybody, all the industry right now trying to look for an increase. You know what I mean, for their workers, because cost of living went up, and with the money that these folks are getting, they can hardly make it. I know someone work with the post office that's just barely making it, paying 2,000 and change for mortgage, plus food, plus the other necessities. I
yeah,
mean, and can't do it. It's hard, you know, and for them to come and shut everything down like that, not taking people's need into consideration, especially people that have children, into consideration, because it's many the ATS, the people that do the checking at the airport, they're being affected. The soldiers being affected. I mean, military. I mean, it's affecting a lot of people, and they look for this check every month or every week or bi-weekly, and for them not
Yeah.
to
So
have it, remember they did it before and it was very hard, like for how many days, 14 days or something like that,
yeah.
and it was very hard.
That was what they said. 2018, I think it was.
Something like that, yeah, around that
yeah.
time, and a lot of people
So
suffer, and a lot right now they're saying a lot of people are gonna lose their jobs after this or during this.
That is an atrocity if that really
Hey.
happens.
yes, it is.
Michelle, you were about to say something. Go ahead.
So, so what I wanted to say, for me, always I am usually against all the shutdowns when they have it because it affects the federal workers, and they have to
Hmm.
still continue to go to work, even though they're not going to receive their pay. That is what they're supposed to do. So my thing is, usually I am against it, but this one in particular, with
Yeah,
the Republicans being majority and pushing all these different things that's going to harm us in the future, especially next year, and they're trying to add more different bills and voter bills to that's going to harm us eventually, whether it's
Yeah.
healthcare and different things. So this is the way the Democrats are standing up, and they're like, no, we're not going to give you the votes, and you need to take these things out because you're not going to hurt people who are especially our citizens who are disadvantaged, and you're going to hurt them even more. So no, unless you take this out, unless you compromise with us, the shutdown continues. You
Yeah.
know, so this is the only way we're going to get it because they have a majority. Look at even Mike Johnson. There's a Arizona for the Democrats that he's supposed to swear in, and he refuses to do it until they
Yeah.
make a vote.
Mm-hmm.
So this is our only way. And what I'm hearing online is a lot of federal workers are standing with the Democrats, even though it harms them, but they know it's a greater good. So
Yeah.
in this position right now, this is the only one shutdown that I've ever really supported because of where it's going. But usually I don't. Because usually it's on the Republican side, they shut down because they don't want the Democrats to do something. Now is the Democrats' turn to do something for the people. So that's why
Yeah.
I'm in
Yeah.
support of
Because
this.
I think it's an important. This is something that is very, very important. With this shutdown that's going on, what they're fighting for. And we all just have to really just bear with it, And the respect, I'll give you a chance to speak in one moment, but I had to mute you because I'm getting this feedback. When I mentioned the air traffic controller and the planes being the near miss with the planes and so on. The last shutdown, it was the air traffic controllers that
Mm-hmm.
really got the shutdown to stop, to cease, to end. Okay. Because there was a lot of them calling in sick, and it had sent the airlines into chaos at one. So when I made that, I wasn't looking for it to. I was hoping not, as far as planes crashing and things like that. But yeah, maybe they're the one who can bring this foolishness, to end once again. Donna says, and Republicans will utilize this shutdown to cut out dead wood, waste, and fraud. I don't know. I you know 47, Donna, has been in office now for some, what, 9 going on 10 months. And
Mm-hmm.
all of the waste and the fraud and everything else that I keep hearing yourself and a lot of other individuals talk about, I'm not seeing it. So it's, for me, it's like we keep screaming this waste and this fraud and this everything else, but I'm not really seeing the numbers that everyone is talking about and everyone has been crying that is there. And Elon Musk had to go sit himself down, and go hold his corner, right? And we all are still coming again with this raid and fraud. And I know Donna says I'm a victim of it. We're not going back to what your, I'm hoping it's not coming from back with your father time and situation with that and them robbing you or taking whatever. We're talking about right now with especially a lot of healthcare situations with persons like myself who depends on healthcare, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and is on a limited budget and can't be um and really need these tax cuts and certain things to help me to afford, you know, healthcare. So I don't see the justification in what you're saying. The respecter, you wanted to say something. Go ahead.
I think we keep being sorry for people who are not sorry for people. What's going on? It needs to go on. Because remember the times you've been to the airport, in and out of the airport, courthouses, being pulled over. People who are suffering from the shutdown, they are not getting help. 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 People who are suffering from the shutdown, maybe they deserve it because of their behavior, how they treat people. So for me, I'm not being sorry for nobody no more. My mind has changed because people, we know that there's a lot of evil people out there. It don't take much for them to cuss you out. It don't take much for them to jack your child up, lie on you. So let us stop being so concerned about what other people going through. Some people deserve to go through it. It's unfortunate. Some good people are going to go through it, but it is what it is. So maybe, just maybe, it's a good in it. Shut down. Some people need to wake up, ignoring their children, their family, doing things they're not supposed to be doing, wasting money here and there, and not thinking about the rainy days, living off for other people, owing people and don't want to pay them back. So maybe they need to go through what they're going through, or going to go through with this shutdown. Their government ain't right, but a lot of us ain't right either. If I must be honest, and it's like this throughout the world. I don't understand how anyone could have the mindset of not being concerned about another person to a point where you have the power to help somebody, a community, you chose not to because they don't look like you. And the hatred that you have as government against the same people who put you in power. So until we the people wake up and realize that yes, we are the one who are responsible for government, good or bad, we put them in there. So half the people who are crying right now because of what's going on, they voted for President Trump. So let them go through what they're going through. Just think,
Yeah, but you know what? I can't even say that because you have a lot of low income persons that are affected by this. You have a lot of low income person that's on WIC. You know, I understand Social Security and a lot of those stuff are not going to be affected. But you have military folks that didn't vote. You have lots of persons whom didn't vote that is being affected by this. And you know what the biggest atrocity is with this? The same Congress people that has shut down the government, they're still being paid. All of them is still getting their money. So I kind of I hear you, but I can't necessarily agree
those
what you're saying because the people who's being affected
should have
by
voted.
this is not everyone that voted that way.
That's what I was gonna say. Because look at these half of these people who are at the airport checking you in, they're young people. I look at them. It's not older folks. It's young people have these jobs and not being able to get paid. It's I'm telling you. I'm just like really. I'm saying
Just
it's not affecting the people who it needs to affect. It's affecting people that it doesn't need to affect. These people have children. These some of these are single parents,
yeah,
right? And they are depending on their salary each week, each month to pay these
Living
bills.
paycheck to paycheck.
So let's find another way, to dispute what is going on in the government,
Yes.
um, and not do something that's gonna affect the minorities majority,
Yeah.
because that's really these jobs are these kids go into the army because they figure that's the way out, out of poverty. So they go into the service to serve so that they can take care of their families. So
some
these are ordinary people, normal people. It's not like rich people doing it's being affected. So I just can't see it. Find another way, find another way to bring your point across
Yeah.
and to stop them from doing what they're doing. You know what I mean? And like lady always say, go out and vote for your local government.
Yeah.
So didn't the local government got voted for and got put in office? Huh?
Say what happened?
Didn't the local government got voted by many of us and they did nothing?
A lot of folks don't go to the local. Up to when? 2 weeks ago, they had an
I would,
election here
I
in
would,
DeKalb County.
I wouldn't be preaching that every time that we're basically live that we need to go and vote for our local government if a lot of persons were participating in that.
Yeah.
Donna
Mhm.
says they are using the healthcare system to disperse funds that were embezzled.
That
Don says nothing good comes easy. Healthcare costs is out of control and will get worse if the Republicans get their way. That's it. I
Mhm.
mean, like
Mhm.
we're talking about a huge increase that's going to happen in December. You
Mhm.
know, a huge
Yep.
increase. Um, and that's whether you're on Obamacare or not Obama,
Mhm.
whether you're working right now. A lot of working class people whom don't even qualify for the Obamacare, the
Mhm.
cost of health care, the cost. You know, my daughter pays $700 a month out of her paycheck for health care. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? That's
Mhm.
a lot of money
Yeah.
monthly
Mhm.
for health care. You know, what is that? Is somebody phone or something? You know, and then the increase that is going to take effect. I know some persons who was even on the Obamacare, and a lot of them went from even paying $50, $100 to now having to pay $200. There are a lot of programs for the elderly and low
Mhm.
income that are being canceled out. Like even the other week, a couple of weeks ago, we even spoke to Queen in regards to one of the insurance company with herself that is
Yeah.
shutting down, that has shut down.
Shut down.
Lot
Mhm.
I mean, we're faced with a lot if the
Mhm.
bill that the federal government is trying to pass comes to fruition. Don says the Democrats are trying to stop the increase. That exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's exactly what MC has.
That's it.
Michelle has
That's it.
said what they're fighting for is important, and for
Mhm.
and if they, you know, a lot of us is going to be hurt by it, but they're fighting for us. And so many times I looked on the internet and so many people is saying, oh, what the Democrats are doing, what the Democrats are doing. Well, here they're in our face doing something,
Okay.
trying to help and to stop the increase. Because
Yeah.
I mean,
and 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 a lot of stuff going on under current because they even want to right now, and I think that was, I put that as one of my topic, lady, with the food stamp situation where if you have children over 14, that you won't be getting food stamp. You have to go out and find a job. But I'm saying, are they going to meet the need of these people that have children and can't find a job? Are they going to create enough jobs to meet these needs? Because when you come up with things like that, that's what I'm telling you. There's a lot of stuff being done undercover, and you don't know about it till it comes out. You understand me? Um, because when I think about that, yes, 14-year-old, yes, they're old enough for you to go out and work. Your children are old enough. But then what about you cannot find a job? Because right now, the unemployment situation is very low. I mean, a lot of folks can't find jobs again,
I think one of the
you
things
know.
they're going to say is that people don't want to work because right now a lot of jobs I feel that they feel is is available. That's why they are getting rid of a lot of persons in the hospitality, a lot of persons whom are working on the farms. So it was said somewhere that they were leaving those jobs for persons whom was it's alleged that they had said that they were leaving those jobs
Mm.
for persons whom is on government assistance, that they need to
Yeah.
do those jobs to get to $2.
Minimum wage. Minimum wage.
Um, Donna says people, because people other than elderly are benefiting from the programs, they are being extorted. She
Mm.
also says they're throwing them in nursing home and extorting them.
It's something. What am I, I mean, instead of giving you, they taking. One of my neighbors, they took $1 from her. Come on now. She already getting like what, $60, and you're gonna take $1 out of that $60. Come on now. I mean, it's a and when it comes to seniors,
I'm
I
all
said,
for, to be honest. Okay,
yeah.
let's let's even go off of this. What Donna says. Then we're gonna give Noni a chance, Michelle a chance, the respect of the chance, a chance to reason with us. But my take on it, and I've always looked at it on that way. If you're an able body and you can work, I'm not looking at seniors or anything like that. You're an able body and you can work, you need to work. I raised 4 kids on my own. Well, with the help of
Mm,
my circle, my family, and the one and two things their dads gave, but I didn't take any form of the public assistance. I went out there, I did 2 jobs, I did 3 jobs, I did what it took for me to survive. And really why I did that too is because the the intrusion on my personal lives and questions that were being asked, I I didn't want to answer them. So I just went on and did what I had to do. You do have, in defense of some of what Donna's saying, you do have some individuals who is riding the system. And
yeah.
a lot of them feel like they're getting more from the system than if they did go and find a job. So a lot of persons are not trying to get a job.
Mm,
They're riding on Section 8. They're riding on food stamp. They're riding on FAFSA. You have some individuals that yes, but it's not all. And for the few that is, the majority I don't feel should have to suffer, for that. So I would say that to you, Donna. Go ahead, Michelle. You wanted to jump in there?
No, I understand. I agree with what you're saying. So
Okay. The respecter, you want to jump in there?
I mean, it's each individual. You have to be honest with yourself. Those who are getting it, taking it, and can work and chose not to. But then again, who am I to criticize them? Depends on how many children they have. With the cost of daycare, transportation,
Mm,
providing food, and all that it takes to raise a child, it's really hard. Not, I mean, everybody that's on it don't want to be on it.
exactly.
true.
You
Yeah.
have a lot of persons whom don't. So,
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of us is gonna suffer. Traffic control, the military that is on
Mm,
front line. A lot of them is going to suffer for a minute, and
mhm,
I hate to, especially with the military. I hate to say to the military, oh, you're going to suffer for a minute. And
mm,
they are
mm.
suffering so much already and doing so
Already.
already
Yeah.
for the
Mm,
country,
mm,
so, but all we can do is continue to just pray that somebody, will give in somewhere. And I'm praying that if the Democrats have to be the one to give in, that I'm
Mm,
hoping that the negotiation that they're coming up with, that the benefit will be
yeah,
will work
valid.
better. Don says you have people who have been incarcerated, get out, and are given public housings and food stamp. They claim they
Mm,
can't find a job because of the prison record, so they turn to the state. Yeah, yeah, you're totally correct. So
mm-hmm,
you have, you do have persons whom are just totally living off of the government.
mm-hmm,
And it's just really a sad thing. But as far as this healthcare situation that they're holding
mm-hmm.
out on,
Yeah.
really, really need help with this healthcare. That's, I don't know. This is one of Canada give their people free healthcare. UK give their people free healthcare. Cayman. I mean, like, what's going on with the US? Why we can't get some form of some form of benefit here with the healthcare system? Yeah, but you're
Yeah,
talking.
it's not like it's not already expensive enough because I work with United Healthcare members every day and they tell me how much they're paying for insurance every day. And then we got this going on where we're trying to keep it where it's at or even lower it because it's expensive.
Yeah,
Things that they used to pay for, like MRI and ultrasounds, they're not even paying for those things anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
and people are complaining about that. I mean, in the thousands. And it's even getting so bad to where some providers are having members to pay a certain fee per year, and it could total 250 to 1,000 to 1,250 just to go to a certain provider. That's how bad things are really, really getting in the healthcare industry. And it's
yeah,
And,
affecting, like you said, working people. You know what I'm saying? So
and Mm.
it's important
And
that they get
I'm
this
glad I
right.
didn't know you with United Air. I didn't know you was with United Healthcare. I just got
Yeah.
United Healthcare. This is my first month. I started on the 1st of October because, like Lady said before, they shut down the other insurance we had. Just wiped out in front of us. Took everything we had. So they gave me a temporary insurance for 3 months until the new enrollment period starts over in December. So
December.
now I have United. So it's good to know that you're with United, my friend. I
Yeah.
can ask you
Eh,
questions
yeah. The
because I
only
was lost.
you know what
yeah.
Don
We
said.
handle we handle commercial United Healthcare, so it's
Yeah,
through employers only. So any
Uh-huh.
Medicare and Medicaid, we don't handle any of that. It's
right.
just
Hmm.
our commercial clients. So
And
Commercial.
and
yeah.
you and really, you know, my daughter is in insurance as well, but once she sees a name that she knows, she has to pass that file on, because
Yeah.
if traced back that they're working on people whom files that they know, they can be terminated. But yeah, Don said something right here that is very, very important. Some people have to choose between food and
Mm.
medication.
Medication.
With the cost of food right now and then medication on top of it, I mean, how many casualties
Hmm.
of what's going on that we're going to see, you know?
And not just that, but also OTC. OTC products are very expensive. I mean, and what they did was they cut a lot of that. They cut off. They're telling you certain things now. They're listing what you can get and what you can't get over the counter. To get
Yeah,
one
but
a
once
blood
again,
pressure monitor, you're gonna spend between $50 and $60,
once
or
again,
even
you're
maybe
talking
more.
once again, you're talking underneath having Medicaid or Medicare or,
Medicare, yeah, that's what
but
because
I'm
that's
just
very
talking about,
important.
yeah, that's important too. But what I'm addressing, and I'm quite sure what Don is addressing, and even saying food and medication, is everyday people whom don't even have Medicaid and Medicare, and they're already struggling to pay how much money for, their medical bills, to even just go for a physical. If
Yeah.
some of them, and I've even seen, even with my daughter, I even seen where she's like, oh, I'll just see if this and this, you know slides, because mom, by the time I look at me going to the emergency room, it's like $400, $500. I
Uh-huh.
go in there for this little quick, I get a bill for $1,000 on the side, and then I still have to pay my insurance. People are going through it. So
Through it.
people is having to choose between their health,
Yeah.
not even just medication, but their health,
Health.
food,
Uh-huh.
and
Uh-huh.
medication, and their
Yeah.
livelihood, to keep a roof over their heads.
Yeah,
People,
and I,
And,
I make
and
appoint I make appointments for like colonoscopies and mammograms. You got
mm,
people, members who are turning away even getting the necessary screenings that they need.
yeah,
Um, because like you said, they are choosing, between that and their food and other things. But I
mhm,
mean, it just breaks my heart when they're like, well, I don't want to pay for a colonoscopy or for my mammogram right now, even though those are preventive. If there's any way they turn diagnostic, that's when their plan kicks in.
yeah,
And if their co-insurances, their out of pockets are too expensive, a lot of them, they tell me, I'm not getting that exam. They're afraid of what it may cost.
yeah. Because who has 200? You have your insurance. They're already taking X amount of dollars out your paycheck to cover your portion of the insurance if the employer is not meeting you halfway, or is not carrying paying for
mhm,
your insurance. They're taking that out your check. Then they said, okay, well, you need to go get a mammogram. Well, your copay is $300. Well, I don't have $300 to go for a mammogram.
mhm.
I don't have $300 to go get a colonoscopy. Just like, Noni said, preventative things for your
Things.
health.
Yeah.
You're
Should
choosing.
be. Yeah.
You're
Should be
choosing
cheaper.
between those things. And those are
Mhm.
even things that are going to be higher
Yeah.
in December,
And
with why
and
Democrats are holding out.
it seemed like I'm defending senior, and I guess I'm defending them because I am also a senior. And I know quite a bit right now. I have someone who is in the hospital, and she's having issues. She have something going on in her stomach, and she's having issue with finding the right doctor to do, this procedure that needs to be done. And she's running from one hospital right now. They're telling her, "Oh, you got to check in this hospital in emergency for them to do certain see you, or the oncologist to see you." You know what I mean? All of these things they're putting out there, even though you're supposed to be getting Medicaid, Medicare, or Medicaid, and it doesn't cover everything, so you're still paying. I have another person I know, she pay $1,000 for this shot that she has to get, you know, and that's out of pocket because that thing is like maybe $2,000
And
or so. So her payment is $1,000, and she's a senior.
and even
How can she afford that?
budget, they're on a strict budget. Persons whom is are also on disability. I mean, I don't
Yeah,
know what
yeah.
exactly the persons whom we put in office are doing, and but I can say right now I could see the Democrats fighting for something to try to save us from December, when the tax credit
Change.
is
Yeah.
expired.
Mhm,
Imagine
mhm.
without the tax credit, what is going to happen? There's going to be a lot of sick persons
So,
there that
so,
cannot get help. Oh, Myra says
Yeah.
blessings, blessings, Myra.
Blessings, Myra. Some people didn't even get their taxes yet. My son didn't even get his taxes yet back yet.
Don says the Republicans are placing the blame on the high cost of health care on illegal immigrants. Donna says they're inducing sickness so people can enroll in their health care insurance scam. I don't understand this big dependent on the health care insurance since 9/11, when Medicaid and Medicare been in existence and never made so mandatory for people to enroll in them. It's a scam. Donna, let me ask you, do you get any assistance? Are you one of the recipients of any Medicaid or Medicare, or are you coming out of your pocket with and paying every time that you go to the doctor? Are you one of those who has to pay big money out of your pocket every month to go to the doctor, or when you have to go to the doctor, you have to pay? Don says politician has given themselves the best health care plan. They have. They have. Donna says, I fund the government. How you fund the government? Do you mind sharing? How do you fund the government? And I'm once again not talking about what you said that it was taking from your data. I'm talking about to this day. How do you fund the government? Okay, because we're talking about people whom are suffering. Rather, we're saying healthcare insurance is 9/11 was whatever, and Medicaid, and back to this 9/11. A lot of person was going through it before 9/11, and they're still going through it to this day. Okay, a lot of things are even more in your face now. Thank God, but not thank God for internet. A lot of us didn't know a lot of things that were going on because we didn't have access to a lot of those information. The news wasn't giving us that much of access, but now we can go on X, we can go on this, we can go on that. Okay, she says, I'm to be paid federal, state, local, and military. I don't know what that means. You're to be paid. And if you're one of those military persons, then you're not getting your check. How about that? Okay, you won't be getting your check.
The TSA, they're not getting a check. The like I said, military TSA, people of those caliber, they're not getting a check.
It's just a sad thing all over. It's just a sad thing. So let's move on.
Can I say something?
Yes, the respect. Go ahead. I apologize.
It's kind of sad to I've been sitting here listening and I'm saying, you have someone so hard, family, and out of you pay $8,400 every year, and then it increases at some point for medical insurance. It's evil, wicked. I do think if there's people in place, I'm going to even say places where we go on Sundays, some of us, things are not being organized properly to help mainly women who are taking care of child and children. There's no way someone like in the 20s or 30s is so much for insurance. They're not using it. Once a year checkup, visits. And I'm thinking back into the countries. How we survive in the country without doctors? Get a tummy ache, you know what to drink for it. Or you just sleep it off. If you're eating right, you're trying to eat right and do all the things right, holding and keeping one partner, stop entertaining the dirtiness in life. You don't really need no insurance. I know it's mandatory because of government. Government is profiting from insurance. And a lot of people had insurance for years and years and never used it. They only go because of routines. You know, but what is it? What is the purpose of vitamins and over-the-counter medicine that can ease a headache? Why do you need to pay so much money to a company? You go to the doctor visit, you still gotta pay more money. It's pure evil.
Yeah.
And the individual choice, you have to look into yourself and your family and ask yourself, can I save some of this money by just changing my diet and taking care of me and my children better?
Yeah.
Do more
Def-
exercise, exercise and go to gym, eat right. Stop messing around this one and that one. Because people bring germs and diseases to you.
yeah. Actually,
A
I could
lot
hear
of
what you
this
said.
is a lot of this is preventive care. You're right.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, that's why I said I agree with him because you know what? I went to the doctor and I got my results, and all of my levels are perfect. Okay. Just a
Right.
little bit more work to be done on my cholesterol because, I went strictly herbal and I cut out a lot of the things that I used to eat and do. So yeah, a lot of it is preventive care as well. But you have some persons whom, yeah, situations, things are happening to. And yeah, we got to cut out the fast food and all of them
Mhm.
things to respect to. Donna says, I'm not military, I'm an investor. Great. Send me some of your investment money, Donna. Donna says, people is too wicked. We didn't invest to be deprived and for other people to benefit from our investment. Don says the healthcare industry have been ripping off the poor and working class. Yeah,
Yeah, they're still doing it. Yeah.
I guess that's
And
what Donna's trying to say too.
and
The
these
people
doctors
we
are
have to take care
pushing these
of ours.
medication. Yeah, these doctors are pushing this medication. I found out it's something just by coincidence. I was strolling, and I found out that the amlodipine, when you take the lodipine, that's for high blood pressure. When you take that for a period of time, it starts to not just affect your internal organs, but it's also affecting your outer appearance, your body, making you wrinkle early. All of these things, and that's what they said. Why some of these people in the Oriental countries, they live longer and they look stronger because of the diet that they have. They eat a lot of I forgot what they call that food that they eat, they eat rice, but is how they prepare the rice. I heard why it's not affecting them in terms of their sugar level and what have you. But you know, some cultures it's good to really look into what they eat and look at the lifespan in those cultures, and I guess just practice it because herbs is not all. You gotta also find food that you're gonna eat that will help your body to generate good health. You know what I mean? So
It's expensive to be
it
healthy.
yes, it is.
Expensive
It
to
is.
be healthy because the amount of money that I spend on food, it's
Mhm.
crazy. Vegetables, I'm going straight to vegetables
Yeah,
and fruits. And in order to get the herbs and what I need, it's an
yeah,
expensive thing, but it's worthwhile. And I guess that's the
it
money
is.
we
Yeah.
all have to take from the healthcare system, I guess, and put it into ourselves. I don't know, but
It's
we're
true,
gonna
but
move
it's
on
still
from
hard, lady.
yeah.
It's still hard. I spent 100 and change this afternoon, and I got what, like two snapper, another piece of what you call it, fish, and a few vegetables. 100 and odd. I was shocked. $130 something dollars. I said, what for what?
Donna says,
So
"Read less, try to use psychology on me in this psychological warfare because it's useless." Okay, I'm not sure what
Mm,
that means, Donna, but
mm,
yeah. So let's
yeah,
let's move on. We have so much. It's
yeah.
9:14.
Well,
Thank
let's hope that
you.
it works
Want
out
to thank want to
for
thank
them.
You Choose Radio for
Mm,
definitely streaming us live each and every Thursday. Victorious 89.1 FM streaming us live each and every Thursday as well. And to all of our sponsors that continue to keep us going each and every month, we want to thank you as well. Um, what's going on with the suicide with these children? um Two of the children, the trauma, I don't know what's going on with our children,
mm,
the children. Michelle had an update in regard to the 13-year-old and the 16-year-old. And then last week there was the beginning of this week there were two students that went on a field trip, or a couple of students that went on a field trip and unalived themselves in front of
mhm,
so many other children. The trauma
mm.
that is going on with our children. Anybody want to jump in there? Michelle, you want to kick that off? MC? Okay, we're not getting MC. Um, Queen, you want to go ahead with that?
Well, hmm, we've been talking about. Well, we said we was gonna include it in every discussion, and I'm really, really tired of hearing all of this, and I see it every day and I hear it every day. Even that little boy that is missing in Jamaica, he's been missing for what now? About a week or so. Um, what is it? 7 or 10 year old went to school, didn't get back home on Friday, last week Friday, and they're still hunting for him, still can't find him. Um, our children are being abused, our children are being kidnapped, our children are being exploited, and we talk about it every week, and I'm saying, my God, it's out there because I hear it, not just us, lady, not just Powerhouse Radio, but I hear other radio and other talk shows talking about the same thing about these children and what is going on. And that's how we get some of our information from what others are saying also. And it's at epidemic level right about now because it seems like every day or more than every day, like every what 2 hours, so another child is missing or another child is being abused, and it's not really being addressed. It needs to be addressed from the government agencies, and I'm sorry to say that, I know I keep saying the government, but that's who we pay. We give them our tax money so that they can protect us. We give them our tax money so that they can provide certain security for us. This is why we pay our taxes. Even to the military, it's to protect us. It's about protecting the children should be first. That's who you need to protect first, and then you move on to others. You protecting other country and yet still you can't protect the kids that are in your country. That's no good. That's no good.
Let me ask. I wanted MC to go into the 13 and 16, but I wanted to also ask: do you all think that America should take their nose out of everyone else's business and
And mind their own.
worry about America? And what do you think the implications would be if America really, really, really did not care about any other country in the world? Michelle,
Hmm.
go on first with the 13 and 16. I know you're having internet issues.
Yeah, I was gonna answer your question because with the 13 and 6-year-old, 16-year-old was just an update that we found out that the 13-year-old was shot and he was unalived or murder. I don't know what you can say on these things, but unalived is what I hear them say. In Queens, and just recently the 16-year-old he turned himself in, and that he's a murder suspect now of killing
Mm,
him. These are two young
mm,
boys, young
Yeah.
teenagers. They're not even 18 yet. One is gone, and the other is accused of murder. This
Mhm.
is destruction of the family, of everything. So I just want to give an update on that.
Yeah. Yeah.
mm,
Yeah.
Okay.
mm,
Right.
mm.
And
Also, with the kids, there was a mom who left her child, 9-year-old nonverbal son, for 17 hours
yeah.
in a home. I
Mhm.
mean, there's
Mhm.
so much
Yeah.
going on with
So
our
Yeah.
much
children, but
children. Mm,
yeah, but the most serious one is the children whom they've just unalived themselves in front of other children. The trauma
mm,
of
Oh,
that.
yes, on the trip,
Yeah,
right? The school trip. Oh, my
yeah.
goodness.
I mean,
Yes.
imagine the trauma for the other students. And right now,
mm,
they're not saying the reason to why they
mm,
decided to do that. If there was a note, if there was any warning or
Social
anything in
media, right?
regards to
mm,
it. Yeah, it's
So
just a sad thing. Go ahead, Joe.
So what I'm gonna say, regarding not just that child, but let's talk about a broader spectrum, including our country. I don't know what
mm,
it's like in Georgia. I haven't been there in a little while, but here in the city, there's so many people walking on the street, and you can just see have serious mental health issues,
yeah,
Yeah.
and
yeah,
they're walking up and down the street, and you can see it
yeah.
on them. Some people, because they're shouting or how they're dressed, you can tell right away. Some people,
Mm-hmm,
just how they're moving. You can see,
mm-hmm,
and and they go to the mental health hospital. Maybe they get medication, or maybe they get some service, and they leave. But
yeah.
it's not just the drugs. It's not just having therapy, but I guess it's the lifestyle that we have in this
Mm-hmm,
country that leads into people having mental health issues. Because a lot of mental health issues in your family, you have it in your family, it's dormant. But when you go through
mm-hmm,
something traumatic, it
Mhm.
brings it on the surface and you experience it, you know, like schizophrenia. There's certain things that's they dormant in you. But when you go through a traumatic experience, um, somehow it unleashes it and you're affected by it. And once it's unleashed, you can never get rid of it. You can learn to live with it, but it's always with you. So I like of working. You, especially when people don't have an outlet. You work, you this, you do this. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes your life is so stressful, but you have no outlet, and you keep doing the same thing over and over again. And then something horrible happens, like what happened? Your health, you lose health care. Now you have a whole family. How are you going to support them? You lose
mm.
your job. The government shut down.
It's
So now,
all intertwined. It's
Stress.
all
so it
intertwined.
Yes.
exacerbates your really stressful situation. So with all of this, there has to be some solution to help with the mental health care, because our children are suffering, our adults are suffering, teenagers, everybody in between. So that's what I
But
think is happening.
well, in Georgia, they're trying to do something about it. Right now, there's a hospital. It's Emory, North Decatur Road. They're turning that into a mental health facility. Um, so I guess it's enough people talking about it, and I guess we just need to keep talking, keep on talking about it, because it seemed like they are trying to do something about it. And I used to see a whole lot of them on Memorial Drive. Now it's very rare you see one or two of them. And I heard that they are trying to do something about it here in Georgia, the mental health issue.
Well,
And they are going to open up that hospital just for mental health.
it's reported that in Utah, ages 10 to 17 were 7 times more
Mm,
likely to be the victim of suicide.
look at that.
Um,
Mm,
and you
Do
think about
do
you,
we think
right?
that there's something in our food that
mhm,
is, if because
Um,
there was some report, there was something in the food or in the water that was causing impotency. So
Mm.
could there be something in our food that is just really, really just causing all these mental
It could
issues?
be the water. Shoot,
Because
that's the water we drinking. It's
I
just
mean,
processed.
I
They
mean,
put some.
everyone. If I look back in my days growing up, there was not a lot of mental, sick people with that's living with mental um disease. I just wonder what is going on in this
Well,
world
I
that
feel more laid back. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
is like out of 10 people, it's like 7 people is
Well,
suffering with a mental
They
illness.
have more
there's
potent
this-
drugs now too. More potent drugs that
okay,
these young
that's
folks
another thing.
are taking.
What were you saying, Michelle?
No, like what Queenie was saying that
Yeah,
she was saying that the drugs. No, I said also
yeah,
a lot
more
of
potent and
I think.
more chemical based. Put it that way, more chemical based. Yeah,
Yeah. But I
yeah.
think we had more time to in the 80s, I still think, or 80s, 70s, that people were still, it wasn't about, your phones all the time, your computers, and wired to things all the time. And I gotta get this, I gotta make the millions, I gotta make this, I gotta have this, I felt like those times they wanted to have things, but
Uh-huh.
people felt meeting with friends and hanging out. People actually spend time together. And I think
Uh-huh.
laughing is such a good medicine. It's like the first good
Yeah.
medicine to releasing some of the
Yeah,
stress.
people are not happy
I
anymore.
agree.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah.
I was just
Yeah, I
thinking about
agree
that
too.
today
Mhm.
about family.
Yeah.
I had went to it was like a little women's circle, last Sunday, and it was so neat because they had like little trivia cards, and
Yeah.
you could go deeper. They asked certain questions like, what's a win for you, and what made it a win, and it goes a little bit deeper, you know. But I was looking at some stuff on Amazon today, like, wow, when was the last time we did like a family day to where we came together and played Monopoly and different things?
Yeah.
Because that's all we used to do coming up. Like we
Yeah.
would
Hmm.
literally sit down and play board.
Socialization, socialization.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Exactly.
No one is
And that's
outdoors anymore. Yeah.
yeah,
no.
Mhm.
that's what I'm saying. These children don't go out and play, and we were throwing rocks in a creek, catching crayfish, and doing
Yeah.
stuff like
Yeah.
that. And I said, how do you
Exactly.
get your family back to that? Because
Yeah.
I found a card game that I'm gonna get, and it says, "What do you know about me?" And it says, what
Ooh.
do you choose? You know what I'm saying? Do you think I would choose to go to a lake versus the beach? Stuff
I
like
like
that. And
oh, I
then to
like
get a chance to find out who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
oh ma, you would prefer the lake than the beach. But why? And then it would bring up something that happened in my childhood, and they could learn a little
Mhm.
bit more about me. So
Yeah.
I'm
That's
I
literally
good.
gonna I've
please put that
ordered
in the
it.
chat.
We're gonna play.
And
Well,
Noni, it's so true with even families because when my children were younger, we always got together. We went up to Panola Mountain Park. We went to Stone
yeah.
Mountain Park. We just found something to get together.
The-
Now it's like one time for the year we may get together, and that's Thanksgiving. And then if someone is doing something at their homes, then we may get together. And still, it's not the family. You know,
uh,
our kids grew up tight. You know, each one of them knew each other and they played with each other. Now
mhm.
kids are like, if it's not my immediate my mom's sister kids, we're not together like that anymore.
Mhm.
You know,
But
Right.
I see my
It's
niece.
almost like we gotta make it mandatory. That's what I told my
yeah,
children. It's
That
gonna be
well, that's what my
mandatory
niece
that
is
we
doing. Like
meet
right
every
now,
Sunday.
yeah,
like right now, we're
Yeah.
going apple picking. She called all the family members. She sent out texts. Can you make it? What have you? And we're going apple picking. You know what I mean?
Right.
Woo!
Little things
No.
like that.
I
You can
love
do with
that.
the family. Yeah, you can do that. One of my nieces initiated it, and I think it's such a good thing. And I guess
Yeah.
she didn't get the response that she wanted, but that's things that we should do. Things like
Exactly.
that.
And Queenie,
yeah,
I agree because
yeah,
like you know about this depression and the mental and
hmm
everything. I'm gonna tell you, Lady D, why we didn't have a lot of that. Because if my dad said, you better straighten up, or you know what I'm saying, and some of it I know is clinically, diagnosed. I get that. But like I tell my children, it's not an option. Like I'm the only parent. It's like, okay, when they say, "Oh, this is just what I do," I'm like, "That's what you used to do. That's what I want you to speak like. That's in your past.
yeah,
So, what can you do, like right now, to change your mindset? Because I'm serious. And once I did it, one of my children straightened up just like that. When I said that's
look at
not an
that.
option, and they started working through these things, but they got to know they have some sort of support system right there for them.
Yeah,
And
hmm
everything starts with family. Everything starts in the home. And family that prays together, they stay together. Families that play together, they stay together. So that's
hmm
something we got to bring back.
yeah,
I am a stickler on what used to work. It can still work, but we have to implement it, be serious about it. And like in my house, it's going to be mandatory that we meet once a month for a big meeting, but we're going to do something together.
something. Yeah, as
Yeah,
a family. Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's important.
I
yeah.
Family
agree.
structure
It
is
is.
very important. The respect, I see you sitting there. You have something to say?
With his hand on his chin and ready.
Oh, you looking so good today. You don't want to talk, huh?
Just want to pose.
Pause up, pause up,
Unfortunately,
pause up. Pause up.
I can't interact with y'all doing it because my mic is off.
Yeah,
Because
your mic is, and you know what?
sometimes
You
I don't know.
keep repeating the
I don't
same
know.
thing, and we keep having this
And I'm
conversation.
listening. No, I'm listening, but I'm not hearing nothing around me.
Yeah, but you may not be hearing it. But right now, the feedback is still even there. When I mute you, all you have to do, the respecter, is signal, and or go into a room where the walls are not so open, where or get a headphone, put on your computer, and do it that way, where the feedback in the room is not. I don't think we need to keep each time taking 5 and 10 minutes to repeat the same thing over, because you know that I will not mute you if it wasn't a feedback. So let's stop.
Why? Why are you taking it that way?
Let's take what way? What are you talking
You're going down the road as if I'm accusing you. I'm not
about?
accusing you.
No,
I'm
I'm just
saying
saying you're
that's
saying
not
you can't talk, because
there's
I'm saying let's just understand.
let me
So
let me say this real quick.
yes, please.
A lot of kids are what they're going through and these mental situations depends on where you live. Majority of mental cases are low income families. No father at home. Mother is not putting kids over herself. She got to go out and party. So they leave the child or the children home in their apartments. Wherever they're living cannot be compared to the way we are living. And my upbringing is different from the next person. Mental situations comes to us in many different ways. The husband is not right, the wife is not right, one or the other drove the other crazy to a point. They find themselves on the street corner in the strip mall, just wandering the roads, walking, lost. And over a period of time, the mind is start to go. Because if there's a child or children that pick one side over the next side, cling to mother, not the father, and father knows he gonna lose his mind in some way, shape, or form. Same for the mother, the wife. So you find where one or the other manipulate the other into going crazy. And a lot of the kids realize later in life, and that drives them crazy. That turns them bitter towards mother or towards father because family is broken up. And the selfishness of family is bad because the relatives, everybody is minding their own. They're not trying to come together like Noni was saying, and Queen said at times too. If the family had relatives who play a part, because your family is you and your man, your husband, and the children, your children. That's your family. Your siblings and everybody else is relatives. So if the relatives don't see you or have any kind of love or respect or care for you, and you don't have the mindset to say, let me reach out to my relatives, see how uncle can help my son, his nephew, or whatever. The older one can help the younger one. If they're not doing that, it's going to be very hard on the single mother mainly, and the child, the children. And then they go to school not dressing like the rest of the kids are, who are coming from homes and family that we have, and they're feeling less than and being picked on. Those things drive a child crazy, and nobody really show care, like teachers and so on and so forth, to take a child and say, well, what's going on? Or go visit home where the child lives, see what the condition and situation is, and try and help. Not even the churches don't do that. So it's very hard on the children and some mothers, mainly mothers. So the fathers, the men who end up on the street wandering, those lost their mind, going through whatever they're going through. Yeah, it's a 50-50 way. It could be from relationship. It could be from drugs, alcohol, prostitution, so on and so forth. It's a lot of reasons. But it's not too late for Noni, you, all of us to reach out to somebody and say, well, how can we help if they got a young person? If we reach out to our neighbors and we know that there's kids in our community, you know, I'm saying that now, but I feel so bad saying this because when I moved here 11 years ago, the kids across the street was the same amount of kids they have and we have in the same age bracket. But what we did, we dropped our children to school. They let their children walk to the bus. I couldn't see that at that point. They were teaching their children something different than I was teaching mine. I sheltered mine. They raised theirs with tough love. But it's not gonna always work out in your favor that way. Because when you get on the bus, arguments, name calling, fights. So we try to avoid that. That doesn't say that we raised ours better than they did. No. It's a two-way decision making. Thank God that their children turn out great and mine turn out to was in college. So it's we gotta help. Everything that Noni and Queen and all of us are saying, Michelle, we can find people to help to make their life a little better.
We need a village again. So how do we start the village again? That's
One of
that's
us,
it. You know, we talked about that last week. Remember where we was talking
Hmm.
about block parties and all of that stuff they used to do in those days to keep it going. So what do we do now in modern time to keep it going so that we can have a village in each neighborhood?
family fun day.
Yeah, I was thinking
That's
like
a
a
good.
weekly game night, and
Yeah.
everybody
That's
knows you have it that night, so they can come
I
over.
didn't even see that my phone was mute. I said the village is afraid.
Yeah, that too.
The
That too.
village
Yes,
is
lady.
afraid of
Yes,
the
lady.
children. It's no longer the children are afraid of the adults. This village are afraid of the children. They're afraid because children are walking with guns and knives and
Mm.
if you even say, "What are you doing outside?" Mind your effing business.
True.
There's no respect there
You
anymore.
understand?
So, once again, I even said it last week when Buster Rhymes accepted his award. He spelled it out that even when they were younger and whoever was hustling or whoever when you saw the parents came off the bus, when they sometimes they sit there bunning a cliff and whatever. But when they saw the parents come off the bus, he said, "You see, everyone's out in it and sitting up
Uh-huh.
straight because they don't want the parents to see that."
See
These
them,
kids
yeah.
now, they're doing it in your face. They don't care. So the village is afraid
Mm.
of the children. So I don't know how to get it back. Donna
We're
said,
not, we're not,
before you go, the respect to Donna says they took over our critical infrastructures and are controlling the food and agriculture sector and modifying our crops to cause sickness.
That
9/11
too.
is a chromosomal disorder. They're damaging our genetics through our food and water.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm. I can agree with that, Donna. Mm-hmm.
so I guess food and water is how they're distorting us, but I don't
And
know.
not just that too. They're doing it. What's that now? What would you say? Electronic? No. What would you call it? Oh Lord, in my brain sometimes. But they're also doing it
With the
through the
electronic,
computers, through
the
the games, through them great games that
yeah,
the kids are playing. They're doing it. There's several ways that they're doing it, not just the food and water, but
yeah,
there are other ways that they're doing it too.
mhm.
They're brainwashing these kids also through the games and social media and all of that.
I guess
All of this contribute.
once we get to the point where we figure out how to
Hmm.
get back the village and how to make the children respect the village, then I think that we may see a lot of changes. And I think
Yeah,
it also starts in your home. It's how us parents teach these children uh,
yeah.
on respecting adults and letting you used to always don't want to make your parents look bad.
Yeah,
So you
yeah.
dressed a certain way, you carried yourself a certain way, you did certain things. Now children are not worried about how their parents look.
Yeah, okay.
Parents are defending these kids no matter what. So I mean, go ahead, the respecter.
I was trying to say that the teenagers is kind of hard to even try to reach now, but the younger ones who are not teenagers yet, if we do know someone, we can, you know, initiate if the parents would allow it, and you could start there. You could start with those who are not teenagers. If we do have neighbors, people in our communities, we can do some like fun day, family fun day for the younger ones,
Mhm.
Mm.
and add some sports in there. Have some men out there mentor them, so forth. But then, like you even saying, it's a risk because there's a lot of perverts, men, grown people, who,
Yeah.
I guess
who
we
would, who
we
would
dab. I guess we dab it. We dab it free toe. You know what? A girlfriend of mine is doing foster care, and she has this 7 year old foster child that is like a terrorist.
7-year-old.
A 7 year old who is like a terrorist in
Mm,
the foster care system. So
mm,
when I look at her, I'm like, and she's like, I can't do this. I can't do this. I'm like, maybe you need to just try to kill her with love because maybe that's why she's longing and she's craving for love and acceptance. Worst being in the foster care system. And that's a lot of what we have, a lot of
mhm.
people that we're dealing with is
Are
in
coming from there, yeah.
that
Mm,
is lack of the love,
yeah.
you know. So I mean, we need to bring back love. We need to bring back love and patience and teaching our children patience. I think that's another way we can go. But let's move on. Bad mind people. Why did you come up with this topic? We got We have some time to go. The respecter. Bad mind people. What's your topic on that?
It wasn't really mine. I was at the studio yesterday, and most of the young people was there, and the topic came up because it's this one particular guy there, young guy, sounds so good, and everybody was agreeing that why nobody discover you, and on the Jamaican side, everybody said bad mind, and the bad mind is meaning he's not gonna agree to certain things. He's not gonna join the rich and famous to start doing the dirtiness that they expect of you. He's trying to do it the right way. And it came up to where, our boy was there, DJ VJ. And, he he put in his sense in it that it's out there. It's in every genre of music. Um, Most all of people are looking out for the younger ones to get them elevated, give them that start. Um, but some are not trying to do that. Some wants to at all costs knock you out the way. Every chance they get, oh, he or she ain't ready, they're not good enough, trying to elevate themselves over you. And the conversation was long, and some things make sense and some didn't make sense. And what I got out of it is there's a lot of songs, reggae songs, where just about every artist is singing about bad mind. So I'm coming with my own bad mind. Every, everybody is bad mind, except for the man who has sing about bad mind. Everybody is bad mind except for the one who's mentioning bad mind.
Remember, I said to you all, I want us to do even an hour, half an hour in our program with music in
Uh-huh.
regards to the music fraternity. Because there's a lot of things I think that needs to be discussed
Yeah,
within the music fraternity. And so, with this being said, the respect to bringing up bad mind in the music industry, you have that you have that from Wappy Kill Philip, and then some of it also is people taking their turn, considered to be bad mind in the music fraternity. The respect to where, okay, I've been here before, so it's let me reach the heights that I need to hit, then I bring you on. Would that be considered to be bad mind? What exactly, when you say you're going to come up with your song in regards to bad mind, what what
because I'm saying everybody's singing about it. Everybody's singing about it, but they're not looking at themselves. They're not
uh
looking at I just bad mind this singer, this rapper, this person. I just saw this person talking to say Mikey Sparkle, and he's about to put him on the show, but he go and whisper to Mikey Sparkle, oh that he ain't, oh DJ's VJ or Charger is about to get a big job, and somebody saw it and heard about it and go said no, and they're not ready. That's what I'm talking about.
okay, but yeah, so some bad mind basically is somebody blocking
Knocking down your blessing or knocking
blocking
down your
an
opportunity.
opportunity
Yeah.
to get ahead. But
Have nothing good to say about you.
why don't they have something to go was that
Because
person on that
they
person?
want what about to come to you. They don't want to see you elevate over them. Especially if they feel
So
they
it's another artist that was telling another a promoter not to, without calling names, another artist telling another promoter not to use that person, or it was a regular person saying don't use that person.
no, I'm saying it's in the music. It's among the artists and the promoters and the producers.
Hmm.
it's not the fans. It's those who are in the circle. Like for instance, with back in the days with the story of Bob Marley and Jacob Miller.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
have a true story about that because I was there when it happened. Taurus Riley, a friend named Little General in Miami. The same day, four guys decided that they're gonna go to Jamaica because that's where everything is. Ricky Rudy, who is now Bling Dog, his family is well financially in Jamaica. He was like the ringleader. They all four went to Jamaica. I didn't go because I had responsibility. And I was about 6 years older than all of them. So I stayed. The story came back. The Taurus and the one that's named Little General changed his name to Lakaska. He went crazy. Like you're not mentally crazy. And when his cousin took me to meet him or to see him in Florida in 2019, he gave the story. He was next in line, and somehow Taurus Riley got around him. And his story was in Jamaica, it's like a line. Everybody wants to be the next. So if they can stab you in your back with a real stab in your back to get you out so they can move up, or have somebody take you out so they can move up. He said that's the lifestyle, and that's what he went through. He was animated about it when he's explaining that song, Royal. That's his song.
Okay.
And when I tried to motivate him to say, get over this, he got so crazy that he chased his mother one day, Fort Lauderdale with a machete. So when his cousin brought me to meet with him, try and talk some sense to him, because like I said, I'm 6 years older than he is. And I tried to convince him to come here, that I can help him. He said, no, you don't want to have nothing to do with music no more, because it's not a nice business. And when he told me that, I remember Jimmy Riley told me the same thing. So when I left him in 2019, came back here, spoke with him a couple of times, and it's just like he just didn't think of him after that. So it's a lot of.
So how did Taurus Riley end up getting his song?
Because they're all in the same camp.
Uh-huh.
Ricky Rudy changed his name to Bling Dog, and he was still recording, but he became a producer and
Right.
a promoter. He still is.
Mm-hmm.
But look at General saying that he became like people was just listening to his flow and his style and his lyrics and just taking it without him knowing, realizing that was going on.
Okay. But do you think that Taurus Riley got the opportunity because of his father?
No. Taurus was bad from he was around 14. The first time I heard him was in a dub studio, Soul Power Studio in Miami. He was DJing, doing a special. When I heard his voice, I was like, there's no way he's 15.
Okay.
And I remember some of the lines so till this day. This was 1992, I think was the first time I met him. 3, 5, 4 from Killer Stone. Why now? At 15 years old, his voice was loud and hard and tougher and rougher than mine as I'm talking. Somehow he got to Jamaica and he changed it up, which I'm glad he did. Okay. I'm not saying that Taurus took his stuff. Those who was in charge of them elevated and get to where they go on when they want to go. Maybe pass on.
So do you think it's all right? There in Georgia here, I remember there was a studio, right? And no names, but there was a studio. And in that studio, there were two artists. I could call maybe two of the names. There was a saying that Joseph Court, and there was another artist that particular producer was doing everything for that particular artist.
Sila.
And no, not that artist. And that the energy should have had been put into Joseph Court because he was really the one that was musically inclined, and the amount of music the amount of money that was spent on that one, that didn't come no fruition from his lyrics and stuff like that. It was thinking Georgia. It was thinking Georgia because see, I love Joseph Court music same way. You understand? And I play, and he's in my rotation same way. But
I
would
know most
that
of them
be
you're talking
would
about.
would that be considered bad mind, or that would be considered that this is just an artist that this particular producer loved and rated over the other artist that was underneath that label?
It goes
And
with badness. If you're soft, like I'm considered soft because I'm not gonna get no argument, and I don't have to have music. I don't have to do this that I'm doing. I don't have to. That's all in my life. I never put myself in a position where I have to have something. I have to do this. I have to no. So with Joseph Cook, he's I know him well. He's
okay,
calm, cool, and collective. He's not gonna challenge nobody or battle with nobody.
okay.
That's Joseph. I went to that studio one time, never returned because it
Okay.
was too crowded and everybody bad and everybody up.
So
So
it's not, so in that case, it's not a bad mind thing, it's a bad
no, that's
thing.
Joseph.
In that case, it was a no, not Joseph could be in bad mind. The
The
group,
choice you're talking about, I'd go with that guy over Joseph. It was not a bad man thing.
right. It was just whom that particular producer
Right.
at that time preferred to invest in.
He thought he would have been a quicker boss compared to Joseph. Joseph was more mellow and about love. And you
Hmm.
know the love thing don't really go that far unless you're berries.
Okay.
You
Okay.
know, so it all depends on
we
the
we
character.
need to talk about entertainment in a lot of aspects, in the bad mind, in the why producers choose, can clearly see that one artist is more better than, or let's not say better, um
The lyrics.
more lyrical than another artist. And
Yeah.
also we need to talk about some of the lifestyle of some artists, because I was seeing this article the other day, even on Bujo and Bujo Bantan, and the slackness with artists and their body parts. And I think I like this. I like doing a series
Yeah.
on that for a minute, where we maybe at the end of the program we can take the last 15 minutes, 20 minutes, as like how we do the children.
You're gonna need more than that because Milton Blake is one he wanna join in on that.
Oh, okay, okay, cool,
So
cool. We
and
we need to,
I'm sure Dan wanna join in.
I was gonna say we could invite Don as well, and couple of artists, Anthony Malvo, and a couple of
Yeah,
artists that are here in Atlanta.
yeah,
I would like to do that. Maybe if not even on Reasoning Thursday, maybe we need to create a program where we're just talking about the industry itself.
right.
Yeah. But listen, we gotta get up on out the air chair. And is there anything else anyone else wanted to reason on real quickly before we go?
No, just everybody just be mindful of what's going on, and take care of your children. That's the bottom line. You gotta be watchful of your children. Keep an eye on them. Know what they're doing. Know where they're going, and remember, you have to be 21 in order for society not to consider you an adult. So anything under 21, they're considered children, and it's so many things happening with kids, and we don't even talk about the kids in their upper teens. There's so many of them that are also missing. You know, um, um, this young lady, she was missing for a while. They just found her body. I don't know if y'all heard about that one. And they just found her body. I think she was like 18 or something like that. So they're older kids too that are being abused and neglected, because some of them, they don't have any family members, and we did say that some of them were in foster care and they grow up, so now they have nobody. They're out there independently, and they're young, they're in their upper teens, because between 21 and say 17, 16, that's upper teen, and there's a lot of them that are being missing and being abused. And like I said, they just found the body of one of these young ladies. I think it's here in Georgia too. Um, they found her body. She was missing for a couple of months now, and they just found her body. So they are,
We there's
arming
so
them.
for what's going on in this world, like Queen said, we just have to be mindful of
Yeah,
our surroundings.
yeah,
If persons,
yeah.
if you see persons around you are
Hmm.
sad and they need to speak with someone, and you're not that one, that you feel that you're not that one, please, there is lots of outlets that they can take for suicide
Yeah.
crisis lifeline. You can text or you can call 988 for the National Alliance on Mental Illness. It's 800-950-6264, or you can simply text NAMI at
Okay.
741-741. Okay, for crisis text line, text home, HOME, at 741-741. There are people out there that are willing to speak with you,
Yes.
and mental illness, if you feel that you're going to hurt someone, because mental
Yeah.
illness does not necessarily just mean you want to hurt yourself. You may be wanting to hurt someone as well. Just reach out for
Yeah.
help at NAMI. That's 741-741. All right, you could text NAMI or 741-741. That's for the National Alliance on Mental Illness. And for suicide, it is, or in crisis lifeline, you need someone to talk you off of that, whatever that you're on. Please just call or text 988 as well. Life is beautiful.
Yay, it is.
It may whatever we're going through, it too shall pass. So just hang on in there. Hang on in there. Donna says bad minding people by filing criminal charges against them to lock them up for life so they can steal our assets. She also said they bad mind Bob Marley for his legacy and said he died and it be the military. All right. Anyone else want to say something before we leave out? I
Just be
know.
careful how we try to help. Just be mindful of who we try to reach out to because it can backfire on you. So
That's it.
Okay. All right. Well, we love you all. We love you all. And we
Mm.
thank you all for joining us for another segment of Reason and Thursday. Want to say big shout to you choose radio. Big shouts go out to Victorious 89.1 FM and to each and every one that's listening to us via our YouTube channel, our Facebook, on our telephone line 667-930-9036, on our WhatsApp if you're listening to us via our TuneIn app, however you're listening to us, whatever social media outlet you're tuning in. We just want to thank you because you could have been listening to someone else and you decided to vibes with us. And we appreciate it. Just share, share, share. Tell
Yeah.
a friend and a family member that we are here. Go on over to our YouTube channel, like, subscribe, and share it with a family member. Have them to like. and subscribe, or a friend or a colleague. All right. And we ask you all to interact with us. All right. Type in some messages there or call in. Okay. And vibes with us each and every Thursday. Be sure to join me for the Lady D show this Saturday from 12 p.m. up until the 4 o'clock hour. We were busy last week. And be sure to join All About Love, Nothing But Love each and every Sunday nights from 7 p.m. up until the 9 o'clock hour. Go ahead, the respecter.
I want to say the Queen.
Yeah.
You're not gonna be the only Queen on Saturday.
Ah.
My daughter
Oh.
and my
And
brother,
wrong.
my brother-in-law too. And then
Yeah.
tomorrow,
Okay.
one of my nephew, who's a big singer out there,
Mm.
he's on the third. My daughter is on the fourth. My brother-in-law is on the fourth.
Oh boy, all of these
Good people. Good people.
Libra.
Yes, I
Happy
am.
birthday
I'm
to
the fourth.
everybody.
Happy
Yeah.
birthday, Queen, for your birthday Saturday. Go
Thank
ahead, Shorty.
you.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday. Oh,
Yes,
Libra gang, Libra gang.
I know
Yeah,
that's right.
that's what
Libras.
I'm talking
Yes,
about.
that's right.
Happy
Balancing those scales, Queen.
Hello.
And the respecter, balancing the scale.
Don't tip the scale. Keep the scale level.
Right.
Level.
Mm.
All right. Loving it to the maximum. You all could
Good
listen
night.
24 hours a day, 7 days a week with the best in music right here on DA Powerhouse Radio. You saying something, Respecter?
Good night.
All right. Good night.
Good
Good night,
night.
everybody. Enjoyed it.
Night,
Good
everyone.
night, everyone.
Love you guys. See you next week.
You can't get no time.